Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn. I know I'm going to sound a bit stuffy here. I do have a bit of a cold, so please forgive me. But I want to dive into a Marvel's Avengers video here. And this video is going to be another supervillain showcase because, you know, once again, I've been kind of hammering home for a while now that we really have a lack of supervillains to be fighting in Marvel's Avengers. It's still, at this point, really only down to fighting Taskmaster and Abomination on a regular basis for your supervillain bosses. Now they also have the two different war bots. You have like the War Jet, and then you have the War Walker. That's just not enough. I was really excited when they introduced Kate Bishop and them announcing they were going to add Super Adaptoid. But at the point of this recording, Super Adaptoid is still, he's just part of the Kate Bishop taking aim storyline. They haven't added him as a villain sector that you could play on a daily basis yet. It'd be nice to see more of that. So welcome back, folks, to another supervillain showcase. And today's supervillain that we're going to be talking about is a Captain America supervillain, or I guess you could say a Captain America supervillain. He's not really one. But today we're going to be talking about Batroc the Leaper. So let's talk a little bit about him here. We'll start off with his identity. Obviously, is Batroc the Leaper, and his name is Georges Batroc. He was created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. His first appearance would actually be in a Tales of Suspense that would actually feature Iron Man and Captain America both. It was Tales of Suspense, number 75, March 1966. So he is a quite old character now. Now, I guess you could say he's kind of a beeline character. He's, you know, he's not like some kind of supervillain like, per se, Ultron or Loki, but there still has been some really good stories over the years that involved George Batroc. Let's talk a little bit about his history here now. George Batroc was born in Marseille, France, and he would serve with the French Foreign Legion. After leaving the French Foreign Legion, he had become a mercenary, gaining the name Batroc the Leaper due to his fighting style of kickboxing added with acrobatics. And it's not Muay Thai type kickboxing. It's a French form of kickboxing. And unfortunately, I really couldn't pronounce the name because I don't speak French. I do really hate with French. I don't do good with most foreign languages, to be honest. And French is probably my weakest, followed by, I would say, probably Russian. Now, he has been on various teams over the years. He's been part of the Thunderbolts, Masters of Evil. He had his own team known as the Batroc Brigade, and that's just to name a few. As I said, he is a mercenary. So, my thoughts on implementing him is really simple. Just take advantage of the fact that he is a mercenary. AIM would be easily notorious for hiring mercenaries. Maybe it's a mission along the lines of he was hired by AIM to steal a piece of SHIELD tech or even a piece of Iron Man tech, whatever. But then you could add him into the game, and he could be used in a villain sector of his own on, you know, a regular, semi-regular basis. And that would give us a new villain to play with. When it comes to powers and abilities, he's actually really nothing special. He is extremely athletic. He is basically along the lines when it comes to athletics, as athletic as per se an Olympic athlete or world-class athlete, as well as strong as a world-class athlete. So essentially when it comes to acrobatic skill, reflexes, things of that nature, he is equal, or at least almost equal, to Captain America in many respects. Probably the one area I would say he's going to fail most of the time is going to be actually endurance and actually fighting skill and tactical ability. Captain America's fighting skill is definitely way better. Part of that's got to do with his essentially near superhuman reflex speed. The other part about his endurance is because of the super soldier serum, essentially Captain America can stress himself out for a longer period of time without having to deal with fatigue, where, well, Batroc the Leaper is still a man, so he's going to fatigue quicker. But, you know, as I said, he's a world-class athlete. He's got great reflexes. He is very acrobatic, and he's very, very strong. And as I said, he actually did create his own fighting style that combines acrobatics with kickboxing. Now, as a little snippet here, folks, he has been portrayed in the MCU. He was portrayed by George St. Pierre, who was actually an MMA fighter. He used to fight in the UFC, and he was actually a world-class world-class champion in his weight division. He first appeared in Captain America Winter Soldier, and that photo actually there I showed you is actually an appearance of what he's going to be dressed like for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's coming to Disney Plus, I believe, March this year, or at least that's the current target date, is March this year. So it's actually nice to see that Batroc the Leaper will be coming back. It's unfortunate, though, that he will not be fighting Captain America. I'd like to see that. But George Batroc has actually fought in many of the Avengers over the years. I actually had a photo earlier. The problem with, I want to use it, but the quality wasn't good enough for the video here of him actually. He was fighting Captain America, Wasp, and Hawkeye at the same time, and actually he was like leaping over Captain America and drop kicking Hawkeye. So, you know, once again, the acrobatics, the bounding leaps that he can do, and that's actually how I would use this, design the character, as some input on how to design the character, how to make him work. I wouldn't make him actually a super tough opponent, you know, probably about as tough as Taskmaster, maybe even not quite as tough as Taskmaster still, because Taskmaster wears body armor, and I actually don't think Batroc the Leaper does wear body armor. But maybe his Kevlar suit does actually have some form of his costume does have some form of body armor, Kevlar mesh weave to it. Not 100% sure. That was has never been indicated to me through the comic books or any other source material. But I would essentially base the character around doing a lot of jumping, a lot of leaping, straight in attacks, charge attacks, things of that nature, counter strikes, dodges. Not so much in the realm of area of effect attacks, because that really won't be a style unless maybe a really short range AoE type of attack. That would be kind of like a roundhouse kick or something like that, or like a flying spinning heel kick or something along those lines. But essentially a lot of like what you see in Captain America the Winter Soldier, more grounded type of attacks, where he's doing a lot of leaping, a lot of jumping, and just a lot of kicks, especially a lot of kicks, because that was just kind of his thing in the comic books. I would definitely have he's kind of got like this torpedo kick or this flying drop kick that he does. I would definitely add that. And I would actually, if I was to implement that on the boss, it'd be one of those things that he would do it, and when he does it, the guy he hits gets knocked back, and if he gets knocked back into one of the other characters, they take damage as well. They won't take as much damage, but it'd be a nice way that he could damage multiple opponents at once. But other than that, that's how actually I would literally put it. He would be a faster strike type character, and not really so much of a tanky character like, say, Abomination is. He would be fast, not as hard hitting, not necessarily could take the punishment, but could definitely still dish out the punishment just because of sheer speed. And honestly, I'd make his attacks probably even a little bit faster than, say, Taskmaster's.
In the meantime, I'm sending
anyway, folks, you know,
find a target.
I will keep doing these videos. Hopefully, I'll get a little bit better at them. This one was kind of clumsy. I think mostly it's because of not feeling well, kind of off my game here. But anyway, folks, that is my supervillain showcase for Batroc the Leaper. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and thank you very much for tuning in, and have yourself a great day.